Peter Pan, Chapter 12. A Close Call for Peter. Peter slept soundly the whole night. It was 10 in the morning by the crocodile's clock when he finally awoke. A tapping on the door of his tree broke the stillness of the morning. Peter reached for his dagger. "Who's there?" No one answered. "I won't open the door unless you speak," he said. At last he heard a bell-like voice from the other side. "Let me in, Peter." Tinkerbell flew in, flushed with excitement. Her dress was stained with mud. "What's wrong, Tink?" "Wendy and the boys have been captured." She described how they had been taken to the pirate ship and bound. "I'll rescue them," cried Peter, leaping for his weapons. He also wanted to do something to please Wendy. He picked up the cup with his medicine. "No!" shrieked Tink, who had heard Hook muttering about his evil deed as he sped through the woods toward the ship. "Why shouldn't I take my medicine?" asked Peter, with a puzzled look on his face. "It is poisoned." "Poisoned? Who could have poisoned it?" "Hook." "Don't be silly. How could Hook have gotten down here?" Alas, Tinkerbell could not explain, for she didn't know the secret of Slidy's tree, but Hook's muttering had left no room for doubt. As Peter raised the cup to his mouth, Tink flew between his lips and the container and drained it to the last drop. "How dare you drink my medicine?" Peter challenged her. The fairy didn't answer. Already she was reeling in the air. "What's the matter with you?" he asked in an anxious voice. "It was poisoned, and now I'm going to die," she said softly. "Oh, Tink, did you drink it to save me?" "Yes," she replied, tottering toward her chamber. She collapsed onto her bed. Every moment her light grew paler. If it went out, she would be dead. Peter leaned close to her. She tried to whisper something. She was saying that she thought she could recover if children still believed in fairies. There were no longer any children in the house, but Peter appealed to all of those who might be dreaming of the Neverland. "Do you believe?" he cried out to them. Tink sat up in bed to catch the voices that would decide her fate. She thought she heard many say yes. "If you believe, clap your hands. Don't let Tink die," Peter begged. Many clapped, but some didn't. Then all the clapping stopped, as if mothers all around the world had rushed to their nurseries to see what was happening. But already Tink was saved. Her voice grew stronger. She began to flash merrily through the room. "And now to rescue Wendy," said Peter. He sprinted from his tree, holding his weapons tightly. He wanted to fly, but his shadow would have been reflected in the light of the moon and alerted his enemies to his presence. So he plodded, Indian fashion, through the forest. Not a single living thing except the crocodile passed him, and the air was deathly silent. Peter swore a terrible oath. "It's Hook or me this time."